and we're almost on time today, Dale. That's a little bit unusual, isn't it?
1 minute and 15 seconds late starting. That's a record. Good to see you, Jeff.
Good to see you, Dale. Glad to be with you today. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hope that today and this week will be a beautiful day and a beautiful week for all of you. We thank you for joining us. And Dale, we're going to get together for a couple of days this week.
So, Jeff, first of all, folks are watching live. It's the day after you officially became my employee. Is that how that works? Or
Dale, I feel very unemployed right now. I don't have a job, and I don't really know what to do with myself, but I think we'll probably figure something out.
All right. Looked like you had a great day yesterday. I sure wish I could have been there with y'all, but thankful for the fact that they spent time honoring someone worthy of honor. It looked like it was a really good day.
It was a lot of fun. Everybody was very kind, and they're just a marvelous group of people. And I was grateful for the opportunity to spend the day with them yesterday, and looking forward to their new beginning next week with Keith Harris. That'll be great, and the church is going to do well.
So and you'll be speaking tomorrow, or is it Wednesday you speak?
I speak Wednesday morning at Harding at the lectureship, and then be leaving the day after that to head down to San Angelo, Texas, to be in a gospel meeting with our good buddy Paul Shiro, and see if he can make me laugh some.
Did he tell any stories last night?
Oh my, did he tell stories? Yes, he did. He did.
Well, we better not take time for that today. Jeff, we've got a guest with us today.
Delighted. Dale, go ahead, introduce our guest.
We are very happy today to welcome our friend Doug Gregory to our podcast. Doug, it's great to see you today.
Good to see y'all, fellas. Thank you very much for having me on.
So Doug preaches at the West Side Church of Christ, and he's been there for just about 4 years now, and this is his first pulpit work. He spent time in IT prior to that. He and his wife have 3 sons, and he's been preaching the gospel for just a little while now. But you've kind of taken a little bit of time, Doug, and combined your IT experience and your experience in ministry to help fill a need.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, back when COVID hit, we all had just a little bit of extra free time. And in the middle of all that, I happened to move. So my therapy time is go out in the garage and piddle on something. And when I moved, I didn't have that. So being a minister, I've learned lots of things that I didn't know before. But one of the things that, until you get really firsthand access to it is you don't really understand how hard an elder's job is and eldership. And, the more I got to looking at that and seeing those situations, we've got software to help us do everything. I have Bible software to help me study. We've got software to do our taxes. And you look at what kind of software there is to help elders and elderships, and you got a legal pad and a cell phone. That was about it. So I thought it would be a great idea to develop, some software to help elders and elderships and deacons, and kind of took my COVID time and developed something called ServeWell and a company called Good Shepherd Systems.
So tell us again, Doug, the name of it. The first one is ServeWell.
Yes, sir. The actual program to help the eldership is called ServeWell. It's a website, so really you can run it on a laptop, tablet, cell phone, any internet connected device that can pull up a web page can run this. You just log in like you would, your bank account or anything else, and from there you have all the information at your fingertips.
So it does seem, as an outsider looking in, if you're a congregation of 100 members or 1,000 members, and you have 3 elders or 13 elders, that it would be easy to keep up with those members. But if you ever thought that, next Monday, sit down and try to remember who all was at church yesterday, and then try to remember who all was there yesterday morning that wasn't there last night, and then try to think who was not in Bible class that was at either one or the other. And you start thinking about, I have a responsibility for all these people. It is not easy to keep up with a group of people regularly and ongoing for a long period of time. then you add in, all right, now not only who was not present Sunday morning Bible class, they were there Sunday morning and there Sunday night, but what has our record been for the last 6 weeks? And how do I keep up with that? And so there's got to be at some point some way to help out with that.
Yeah, and as I kind of thought about this, I've talked to a lot of elders and eldership, especially since starting this company, and I'll always ask them, what's your biggest challenge, right? As being an elder, what is and I'll get a range of answers, but this morning as I was thinking about all this, there's really 3 big challenges that I have seen that elders face, and this is not an exhaustive list, but I'd like to kind of go over these really quickly. If y'all would allow me, and then talk about how my system can kind of help that.
Great. So,
and actually the 4th one is really a bonus, and it's really the first one, and that is the fact that your biggest challenge as an elder is Satan is trying to tear your congregation apart. You think about Paul in Acts 20, talking to those Ephesian elders, right? We know wolves are going to come in, not spare the flock, and that's what an elder and eldership's trying to do. And of course, deacons and assisting them is to try to keep that from happening. So there's kind of 3 challenges that I see over and over again. And like I say, I believe that this system can help an eldership, come over those hurdles. The first one, as you done said, Dale, is kind of knowledge, right? John 10:27, my sheep know my voice, and I know them. And you're exactly right. I mean, you take a small congregation, 80 people, right? Keeping up with everything about them, and trying to remember who's had surgeries and who's got parents that are sick, and just all the details, right? It's hard, and not every elder has the same relationship with every member. And like I say, I have seen on more than one occasion, at any moment, an elder's phone can ring, and they could be basically called on the carpet, if you will, and they need to know those things. And this website, ServeWell, basically allows you not only to enter all the members' information, address, phone number, so on and so forth, but you also have the ability to go in and put in all kind of detailed information about their background. They've got a surgery coming up. They've got a mother who's sick in the nursing home. And man, you can stack all those things out. So if you ever need a reminder, or if you need to enter something new, if you learn a piece of information, instead of having to call, if you've got 4 elders, instead of having to make 3 phone calls, you could literally put it in one place and everybody can see that information.
So Doug, let me ask you a question about, so is this like when the software is when the elders get a hold of the software, is it like one program for each individual church? Do they have how do they get into the program? How do they use the program for that particular congregation?
Yes, sir. It's just a website. So if your congregation was to start this tomorrow, we would create logins for the elders, the deacons, church secretary, whoever needs access to this program. This isn't really intended to be used by every member in the congregation. This isn't really something to put on the public website. It's really dedicated to be just used for leadership. But we'll go in. I have one congregation using it in Oak Hill in Georgia, and like I say, they had all their member information on a spreadsheet. So I took that, put it in the system, and sent them an email with their logins, and they could go straight to the link and log in.
Well, I bet Michael loved that.
Yeah.
So Doug,
okay.
So Doug, what kind of feedback have you gotten from churches that have used this particular program so far?
Well, I am in the very early stage. Anytime you kind of introduce a new technology, you kind of got a bell curve, right? Lots of people that I've talked to really like the idea of it, but I'm kind of in the early adopter phase right now. Kind of my goal is that whether it's my program or something else, but elderships 20 years from now, 10 years from now, every eldership of the Lord's Church should be using some kind of digital tool to help them. I mean, why would we not use something like that? So my goal with this is I'm going to keep on plugging and keep on spreading this idea, and eventually it'll be like a TED Talk. I hope it takes off. Why would you, why would you not want to help?
if I'm an elder and I pull up, Bill Smith on my phone, is that what would I see in front of me when I pulled up on my cell phone his name?
Okay. You can see all of his contact information, first of all. And then my program actually even gives you the links. If you want to call him, text him, email him, you can simply click a button and it will take you straight to that in your phone. You don't even have to remember the number, write it down. That simplicity. You'll also get all of his information, like, those extra information I was talking about, right? He's got a mother in the nursing home. He's had a knee surgery 2 years ago, all that right there in one list. So you can kind of, one of the functions of this is makes it easier for, let's say, the leadership. We want to contact the entire congregation. Either we want to contact every adult member or we want to contact every household. Before I go into that screen, I get my refresher status or my list of here's all the things going on with that member. So that's fresh in my mind before I get on the phone with them.
So, Doug, what's the cost for a church to use a program like this?
Really planning on this being like a yearly access fee. Trying to do it off of members. Of course, the more members the congregation has, the more kind of resources it takes. But trying to break, $250 and under, maybe like $150, $200 a year. And then go up from there. So, like I say, not trying to make a killing off this. I have to, pay for my back end resources, but trying to make something that's very, there's nothing to install. There's nothing for you to maintain. Like I say, you just pay a yearly access fee like Netflix or anything else. And like I say, it's just there. It's always on.
Good.
So, Doug, does this allow you to import your information that you've already put in? So if I've been using some church software or some database, can I import it? I have to do all the keystrokes myself.
I can import it. Of course, there's as many different file formats as there is people. Every one of those situations are different. But yes, you do not have to manually go enter everything if you've got it in some kind of digital format now. So that makes life much easier. We imported about 280 members with Oak Hill, and like I say, they didn't. They may be some tweaks or some things they if information they didn't have that they'll have to go back and touch, but they don't have to keystroke every bit of it.
So what have we left out that you need to say more about? I think we interrupted you a little bit there.
No, that's okay. That's great. I was just going to say knowledge is kind of the first thing, right? Having that knowledge base at your fingertips. The other thing that I see a lot of times, delegation, right? It's hard. In my experience, good elders used to be good deacons, and they're really used to doing those things. And sometimes working on a toilet or fixing something is easier than, making sure everything gets done. So, a lot of congregations have ministries. We have a card ministry. Congregations have soup kitchens and so forth. Those things need to be handled, and there's tons of details that have to be kept up with. But really, that's something that should be able to be delegated to a deacon or someone else in the congregation. And like I say, with this program, we have the ability to do that. You have all the tools you need to organize and manage events and people. And not only that, but once you assign someone to a ministry or an event, then you can send reminders out to that. Hey, and we even do this with the worship order on Sunday morning. I can go and build a worship service out, and, Dale's going to be preaching and Jeff's going to be doing the opening prayer. And once I get that entire thing built out, I can click one button and send everybody a text message and an email. You're on the table Sunday morning. If you can't do that, you need to contact this person.
Dale, right. he had me scared there for a minute. I thought he was going to call on one of us to lead singing.
We'll get somebody else to do that.
Yeah, we got a guest song leader today.
We're trying to get people to come into the church building, not leave.
Yep.
So, Doug, if somebody wanted to reach out to you about some questions they might have, or something about the program, or wanted to figure out how to obtain the program, give us the contact information. The best way. How would you want somebody to contact you?
You can give me a call on my cell phone, 615-418-3837, 615-418-3837, or you can email me at admin@goodshepherdsystems.com. If you want to go to goodshepherdsystems.com, on that webpage, if you scroll down, there's a form you can put in your email address and your name, and it will send it to me. So there's multiple ways to to get in touch with me, I'm always around. So be glad to talk with anyone about helping you out.
Give that phone number one more time.
Okay, 615-418-3837.
Okay, and I know you have a demo that you can send people if they'd like to receive that, so they can kind of see how this works.
Yes, sir. I've got a Facebook page, GoodShepherdSystems.com. If you look that up on Facebook, there's multiple videos on there showing you how the program works. But I can also, if somebody wants to, we can get on an online meeting and I can give them a personal demo, step them through it, answer any questions that they or their fellow elders may have.
Doug, thank you so much, Doug, for taking time to be with us today and
thank you.
Telling us about this good program. It sounds very exciting, and we hope a lot of elderships will consider using this or something similar to this to be able to keep up with the sheep that they're trying to shepherd.
Thank you very much for the opportunity and the time.
So, I hope you reach out to Doug about this and learn more about it. And Jeff, we want to take a minute and thank our sponsor, Thrivent, and the Sparrow Group with Caleb Sams that helps us put on Preach Today podcast. We appreciate Caleb and their group a great deal. And you can reach out to Caleb and we'll help you get in touch with him if you have any information or any questions about that of any sort. But Jeff, it's been great to be together today.
Thank you, Dale. Good to be with you. Great to have Doug with us. And we thank all of you who are joining us now and those who will be watching later. Hope you have a great rest of the day and a great week. And look forward to being with you next Monday for the next Preach Today podcast. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you is our prayer for you.